everyone, this is Sheena from For the Love of Paper, and I am going to start a new series where I'm going to do ephemera through the alphabet. So I'll pick something from each letter of the alphabet and create. So being the first video and the first letter of the alphabet being A, I'm going to make altered items. So I have a few paper clips and a big pin here, and I'm going to create some ephemera from just altering some items. So I currently have some altered pins in my Etsy shop for Valentine's Day, but I will kind of show you how I made them, and we'll decorate the things. So I have a few pieces of like cardstock, cream cardstock, and some craft paper that's pretty thick, as well as some paper clips and this big pin, and then some pieces to decorate with. So what I do is find a piece of cardstock, and then I want the littler part on the inside, and then we'll close this up, and then that's what will go on like your piece of paper. So I just have this little notebook here that I have the alphabet in. So once it's embellished, it will just clip on. So that's kind of the premise for making the paper clips. And I'm going to use hot glue just because it's quicker. So for this first one, sometimes you'll create the paper like this depending on how big. I'm going to do it this way for this first one, and I have my hot glue right here next to me. I'm stuck in a glue string already as I pulled it off of its stand. A big glue string strung. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just going to go around that and then gently close that up. You do want it kind of in the center, so you do have a couple seconds to move that. And then that's going to be the base for this altered paper clip. And I kind of have an idea what I want to do this. I have some pieces here. So this is one of the reasons why I made that this direction, because I want to put this on there. And I think I'm just grabbing my little ink stand next to me. All right, bring that in. And I just want to ink around this a little bit to take away the white edges. This is, I think, probably just a piece of ephemera. I'm not sure if it's Tim Holtz or what it's from, but I'm just going to glue that on with some art glitter glue. This is the first time using it today, so it may act up a little bit. Yep, sure is. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people do the alphabet challenge with a 3 and 30, and to me that's anxiety provoking. Being that rushed, I don't feel like I would be as creative if I had to be that rushed. So I decided I'll just make ephemera based on each letter of the alphabet. And if you want to craft along, you can. I can show the list again that I plan to use that I already created that was in that little notebook. All right, so there's our base for that one. Next one, let's do, yeah, that's right. I think I want it this way. I'm thinking this little picture. So I just need to see, so it would be like a sideways on the side of the page versus down the top of the page. So I just need to see how much I'm working with here. Because I don't want the back to be bigger than the front. All right, so we'll go with that. And again, I'm just going to, trying to think. I think I want the fold at the top, so I'm going to turn it that way around. Yeah, that should be good. All right, and then we're going to again glue the inside. Just close that off. Some people are really opposed to hot glue. I know Tina from Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah uses it all the time, and I'm definitely a fan too for like quicker things, not have to wait for it to dry. So then this should, in theory, fit on top of that. And it does. And I'm going to also ink this a little bit. Just to take some of the white away. Okay. And then glue that on. Yeah, so I don't have like a lot of ephemera, so I thought this would be a challenge that, or a series that helps me build up my ephemera as well in a variety. Not really a mass make, just creating a couple pieces with whatever the alphabet is. I know there's Roxy's weekly challenge going on right now, and a lot of people are doing that. But I have not joined in on that one. Here's a big glue string. I can sometimes get involved in too many things, and then I lose what I want to do. I started the year doing Junk Journal January, and I was doing videos for that. But then I felt like I was creating videos for that and not really moving forward with some of the things I wanted to do. So I stopped filming those and wanted to pick up some of these other things. So everybody has their own kind of like ideas. So the next one, I think I want to do this ticket. And a lot of people have access to these. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. So you can get them in a big pack at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart. So they're pretty accessible. Trying to think if I want it from the top down. Nope, wrong way. If I want it this way, or if I want it like that. I think I want the text to be in its right direction, so this again would be a clip. I did the other one coming in from the right, so this one will come in from the left. Okay. All right. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of altering some items. You can alter so many things: playing cards, paper clips. I have altered a lot of playing cards, and I thought maybe if I have time I'll pull one out, but I do want to finish all these. The only thing you have to be careful is whenever you use the hot glue is that you're obviously putting it on metal, so then that metal is going to be hot. So you don't want to burn yourself. All right. You don't have much time to get this straight with art glitter glue. Okay. So then there's that one. So these are the 3 we've done so far. And this last one's going to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to have to make the base a little bit bigger with that, for that. And because it's a circle, I may have to trim around it, which is fine. I'm going to do a top down. Paper clip. I just want to see, because I'm not sure if I should cut that before or after I glue it. Let's do a little before just to see what happens. Well, that worked pretty well. Okay. So then we'll glue this one in. Oh, I think I'm gonna need another glue stick. Or, yeah, this. Okay. Close that off. I'm going to ink this one. All right. Oh, the string is hanging off my hand and I keep seeing it. Wow, it was way longer than I thought it was. Okay. Oh, it came back. Kind of just keep this glue in the middle. Oh, there it is again. All right, I saw it float into the trash can that time. Just want to make sure that this is in. Okay. All right, so those are our 4 bases. And let me just clean up some of these scraps here. And then we can decorate them. And then I will do the big pin. Okay, so let's get these back over here a little bit on the screen. I don't think, yeah, I do still want the ink out. All right, so for this one, I think I'm gonna put this bug on here. It's got these little inserts in there I need to poke out. And this is Tim Holtz piece of ephemera. I'm not sure which one it comes from because I do have all of them, and I tend to take things out of their packaging. And I put them all together. So at this rate, I'm not really sure anymore what. Okay. So we have that little bug on there, and I think I'm going to put this brown button maybe here. And this is, I got confused for a second. Yeah, this is one that comes in from the right side. Okay. So just for time's sake, I'm using hot glue again. The stick won't go in. Oh, goodness. There we go. And these are some vintage buttons that I got at a estate sale. A huge like wicker basket of them. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me get all these glue threads from trying to push that thing in. It's got some of the old threads in it, which I really like. Some of them look dingy and stuff like that, but I just think that that's part of its character, and I like that. All right, so there's one. Next one we can do is this round one, and I'm going to put, just want to make sure for you guys I'm still in frame well. Put this stamp on. On there, and then this blue flower. Oops. Put that on top. So one thing with using the hot glue, it does make it like, well, and the paper clip in and of itself makes a little bulging. So you do want to make sure you push it down all the way. And then I think I'll just add this little bow here. Just like that. And for convenience, I just put a little bit of hot glue on the back. There we go. So let's see. I'm going to pull out one of these strips I have again. I'm trying to find a long one so I can clip them all on to show you. Of course, I'm not finding an extremely long one. It's going to fit all of them. Goodness. All right, let's start with this. So we have this one. Goes on that way. This one comes from in from the left. All right, so there's two. Then we have these ones. I'm going to trim this word. Well, let me just see. I know that looks excessive, but I do want to put, I think, this bow on here. So then it's going to have something to stick on. So it's kind of like coming out from underneath it, if that makes sense. All right, this I'm going to ink. This word is from my box of words that I made myself. I just pulled up like a Word document and typed up a whole bunch of words and then copy and pasted the same list several times and then changed the font to a lot of type fonts and all capitals or different things. So then printed it off and cut them all up. So it's, if you have access to Word, you can really create some words on your own without having to pay for them. And like I said, the more, I'll just kind of show you. It's a pretty big box, and the box itself is, oh, I'm dumping them. I have dumped this entire thing by accident. That was dreadful to pick up. But it's like a 4-inch box by 2.5 inches deep. So there's plenty of little words in there. Oh, this is the one we were doing. Okay, yeah, I think I want to put that. I just got these bows, and they're not the ones I had originally bought. So these have like a texture to them, or the other ones were more satin, so go with that side. And they're just from Amazon. I'm pretty sure it told me I was purchasing the same thing I bought before, but unless they change their product, it's definitely not the same I bought before. All right, so there's that one. And that will just clip on there. All right, and then one more. And this one, I want to put this black button to contrast all the other buttons at the top. And then this with the numbers here at the bottom. And that one's going to be pretty simple. And you don't have to have extravagant things to do this, depending your style. These are pretty easy. I think we're up to just over 20 minutes, 21 minutes. And we have 4 altered paper clips. Now, if I was doing that 3 and 30, I would be completely stressed and probably not have done as many as I have. But I think you also have to do 3 different things with that. It's not 3 of the same. Something I like to do with this while it's still a little warm is take your little pokey tool and poke back in, because some of that glue that's excessive comes out from the buttons. Yeah, it didn't do it on the other one because it had that old thread in it. But yeah, I don't like to see that gooping out, so I try and pick that off. Poke it back in or pick it off, whatever is easiest. There's a big one on that one, and I want that to come off. There we go. And then just poke it back down. That's obviously not necessary. You don't have to do that, but that's just my preference. Okay. Get these glue strings in the trash and off of me, please. Thank you. All right, so then there's our other one, our 4th one. I still see little. Okay. And just grab another strip. This one's from the top. So then there's that one. Okay, we don't need the ink for the next one. Oops, sorry, I moved my mat. Clip that back. I don't need the art glitter glue. Okay, so for this, let me slide these off to the side. So for this, there's obviously the side you would pin into something. I always put that at the top, and what I use as my base is the bottom that's already connected and is not going to move. That's just, I think then you have the ability to pin this onto something, and whatever you do here is structured. So I usually use different kind of fabrics, laces, ribbons. So I had picked out a few things. I have a whole box of fabric strips. They're like this long. I cut this one in half, but they're like that long. So maybe 12 inches. I just got them off of eBay whenever I started because I wanted the variety of having different fabrics without spending a ton of money. So if that's something you're just starting to do, I would highly recommend shopping on there for like someone else's scraps because it's really effective. Then I have this piece of ribbon that I just cut the banner part out of the bottom. I have another piece of like this lace ribbon, and then this one. So I usually layer them up. I'm not the best at figuring out what is the right side. We'll go with that. And then this little cherry piece of fabric. You do want your tops obviously to be in line. Variation of the rest is perfect. And then what I do is then you like using the base side, put that underneath and pinch apart like that. And now I can kind of see where everything's laying. I do want this to be a little bit longer than the fabric, so I'm going to pull that out a little bit. And I think that's good. So now I can't show you my sewing machine, but it is right beside me. And what I'm going to do is, see how I just pulled that up till it's all the way to the top. I'm just going to sew right through here like a zigzag to bind that together. And as long as you have your metal, because it's only a thin line in there, and you give yourself enough clearance, you can sew that on without hitting the metal. So I'm still here. I'm just off to the side. If you've seen my new craft room merger, I'm just putting this into my sewing machine. Put it on zigzag, and then I'm gonna up the stitch to about 2.5. And sew right across there. All right. Now I sewed the ribbon crooked because I slid it, but it's actually not that bad. Okay, so bringing it back. So this shifted a little bit, which is fine because I have some embellishment pieces to put on it, and then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, I just zigzagged across there, and it did its own little thing because I had changed it to 2.5 at the very beginning, and that's a smaller zigzag. I don't know if you can see that right there, as opposed to this larger, and it jumped down. So I can't say I'm like a perfect sewer or that I understand this machine that often, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I do have some embellishments for this. I have this little green bow that's probably really just going to hide that. And then I have this, that bow goes that way. And then I'm going to put this little flower here, I think. So maybe trying to decide where I want this. Maybe more there, and then put that right there. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this. This bow is from a pack from AliExpress, I'm pretty sure. And then this has like a little peely back thing, but I'm going to just peel it off. There's no purpose for that to be sticking out on there. And throw that away. And I think these are probably from Hobby Lobby. Just put a little hot glue on that and glue that off to the side there. Oh, I got some glue coming out from underneath there, so I'm going to pull it. There we go. So, get rid of the glue, and I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I like it to stick out some, but not excessively like that. And let's see, I can pull these strings here a little bit. Just to make that a little bit more tatty. Okay, since that's the side that sticks out. And that's it. That's how easy they are. Obviously, I had kind of pre-planned what I was going to use, but it does take time to pick your pieces and layer everything and have it all the right lengths. But I did, for the sake of doing a video, just kind of plan. Where's that coming from? Okay, I think it's okay. So yeah, that's the fabric altered pin with different things. So then bringing back, look, I did 4 or 5 things and it's just 30 minutes and 8 seconds. So not too bad. Let me see if I can find something that I can clip these on just to show you what they would look like in an actual journal. Let's see here. All right, I have this. This is a traveler's notebook. Let me just slide them off to the side. Obviously, you would pin this onto something. This could even be a journal cover, so I'm gonna set that off to the side. But for your paper clips, they just will go on your page. You could tuck things up underneath there if you wanted to. So that one is the top tuck, and it will stick out a little bit from the top. This one here, we did another top. So that one comes down over the page like that. I'm thinking this one is from the left. Yes, so we'll do that one. Can see that okay? And then our last one is from the right. So just bring it up so you can see it. There you go. Those are our 4 altered paper clips. And didn't take much work. I don't know what was just beeping. But yeah, that's a simple and easy project. And now I have 4 altered paper clips and the altered pin. So I hope you enjoyed that, this quick video. And I did say I would share my list with you. So if I happen to change something, I would let you know in the prior video, but my intent is to go off this list I did create. So then next week would be some form of belly bands for B. All right, well, have a great day, and I hope to see you back joining me to craft and make some more ephemera. Have a great day. Bye.